So do you know that you can send your kids to school today and still suffer in your old age as parents, right? Stay with me, here's why. Today we're shooting a few contents for my business, so watch with me and then let's reason together, right? So I know many parents send their children to school for a lot of reasons. But one of the most common reason why parents are sending their children to school now would be that they say for a better tomorrow. But meanwhile, it looks like they are doing that just because they don't have who would stay with them at home, who would watch them. They may not accept this, but this is what is happening. And the handwriting is so clearly written, especially in the way they behave towards their children. So one would think, why do people, kids, even adults, but especially kids, that's the focus for today, why do they need to go to school? Okay, so there are a few things that makes the school or learning environment important. So I'm just going to go over some of those benefits. One would be academic learning, okay, because they are going to develop their literacy, numeracy, science, critical thinking. They're going to build some of the knowledge that they need for their future education and careers and what have you. And then another thing you can look at as a benefit is social development, okay? So whether we like it or yes, children learn how to communicate, how to cooperate, and how to make friends when they go to school or other learning environments, okay? Their communication and interaction with other people would help them learn respect, empathy, and even how to work with people that we call teamwork, okay? And then we look at character building. So it is their interaction with other people in learning environments that will teach them how to be responsible, that will teach them how to be honest, disciplined, how to persevere, how to respect other people or disrespect them. And then their emotional growth, okay? You realize that children learn how to build confidence, resilience, how to solve problems, and then they collect. I would like to use the word collect because they collect some of this support from their teachers and their peers, okay? And then life skills. There are certain things that they would learn in school, things like time management, leadership, decision making, conflict resolution, and all of that. And then they gain exposure to opportunities. So it is in learning environments that children would develop or have access to sports, arts, clubs, technologies, any other activity that would help them discover their talents. They would pick this up and mold them in learning environments. And then this one, it is learning environments, schools that prepare most children for adulthood, okay? Because of all of the knowledge that they've gathered, all of the values that they've picked here and there from different schools, they become productive members of the society. Now, I'm just going to allow that one sink in. So whatever you put into that child when they are young, that is automatically what you get when they are older, okay? There are no two ways. You cannot enforce dumbness on a child and then expect Charles Darwin. Okay, it's not going to work like magic. Now, all of these things I've said, it's the school environment. What is the role of parents in making sure that this happens? Now, parents, the first thing, in fact, you don't even have to be so educated to achieve this. The first thing you have to do is first stay informed, okay? Whether you like it or yes, you have to stay informed with what is going on in the school, understand their policies, know the child's curriculum, and then expectations. See, this is one part that most parents feel that I don't even understand why. Yeah, maybe because I was raised by a teacher, I know some of these things. Most parents, if you ask them the curriculum that their children are using, they do not know. So you don't know your child's school curriculum. You don't monitor whatever it is they are learning. You have no idea what is actually happening in the school. Basically, what you do is you drop them off in the morning and then you pick up in the afternoon, some even in the evening, because some not at all, because then the kids go home by themselves. And you feel as a parent to do yours, because when you know all of these things, you stay informed, you monitor their progress, you ask specific questions, like you make sure that you hold the school accountable for the things that they are supposed to be doing, and you do your part. Okay, you make sure that your children are not bullies, and you also make sure that they are not being bullied. Okay, because when you hold the school accountable for all these things, and you make sure that you as a parent, you can be held accountable. So the relationship that most parents have with schools are, they find a way to provide school fees, they drop the kids there, and they are off. And so some schools will teach, others will not. And then the kids come, and that's it. So you don't know if they are learning, you don't know if they are just wasting their youthful days there. You have no idea what is going on. Now let me give you an example. The current school that my two beautiful daughters attend, I on a different day I'm going to talk about it. But for today, I just want to call parents' attention to this, because we are slowly walking into the long vacation break. And I think you should bear this in mind when you're selecting whatever school they will attend come September, because I'm definitely changing the ones my kids are attending. And there are a few reasons I'm going to state here. One thing most parents fail to do is they don't know the curriculum that the school is following. That's one. So for me as a parent, when I go to any school to register my child, the first thing I want to know is the curriculum that they are using. Okay, because when I know that, and then you give me books, or you give me a list, or we buy books, which is where most schools make their profits from. Books, which is not a problem. But if you're going to sell out books and make all of your profits, please make sure your teachers are teaching from those books. Make sure that they're following the curriculum. So you see that the curriculum is this way, the books are this way. So this is what they have. The teachers are trained to use this. The book is saying this. The teachers are teaching, but they have to find a way to, I don't know, sometimes they don't even find a way to merge it. So they are preparing notes on this curriculum, because this is what the ministries of what have you would come and check with. And so they are following this curriculum, so that the educational system says, yeah, that's what we teach with. But they have books that are facing this way. So how do they do it? They come and then they just teach one chapter page from here, and then they give the children 20 pages of assignment of what they haven't taught, that most of them don't even know how to teach, because mind you, that's not the curriculum they are using. And so you see children with lots and lots and lots of homework that is confusing their brains, because they have not been taught what they've been given, right? So parents at home, for those who are privy to those assignments, are like, my pikin dey learn, see the plenty things wey they give am. And so they are enticed by how much homework their children bring home. But most of the time they are on Google searching for the answers. Most of the time they are on ChatGPT searching for the answers. And you are and you are celebrating homework, like you are happy that they bring all these big grammar na they sabi. I think the best thing to celebrate would be a child that brings those things and actually knows what it is, has a fair idea of what it is. Okay, you are not searching for it from the internet to put the answers and then you are glorifying. No, the child is teaching you. When you tell a child, what did you learn in school today, and the child is saying A, B, C, D, that child learns A, B, C, D, and he's saying A, B, C, D because that child learns it. But when they bring homework from school and it's plenty, and it's like, mommy, help me do my homework, and every day you are helping them do homework. Sometimes you don't know it and you are searching for it and you're writing it and you think it's a good school. I think one way you would know it's a good school is if the child is able to do that homework. it means that the child has been taught that thing, and the child can now work on it. So what you have to do as a parent is cross-check, because from time to time you get error in spelling, and sometimes when they speak pronunciations and all of those things, but they would have a fair idea of that homework that they brought home. So many times you see parents paying for school fees and parents doing homework through Google and ChatGPT because the children are not being taught. And we are not talking about it. We are rather happy in bring big grammar, in bring grammar when you know sabi, how you take help out. Two other parts that parents fail to look at that I'll mention in this video would be bullying and then health and grooming. So most parents have failed to understand that the violence and all of those bad behaviors that they exhibit at home, that their kids take it to school and go and practice. Okay, and so when your child is bullying someone, so many times it is because of the things that they are picking up at home, and so they go and practice it on other people's kids. So when you have been told that your child has bullied someone, said something harmful to someone, or actually hit someone, you be like, and I'm saying they behave now, leave don't your child try it with my child, because we go treat that behavior. You get. And so even when I remember this occasion, my girl came back and complained to me that she was being bullied at school. I went to the school management, and my first question was, is my child a bully? I mean, the teacher was like, no, she's a very good. I said, no, I'm not even asking you. Go and find out from her classmates, seatmates, what have you. If she is a bully, then I know what I'm dealing with, okay? Because if my child is a bully, I cannot be pretentious about it. I want to understand, because yes, children will not show you everything. And we've come from a long way from being in a violent family, and also it's something that is I'm praying that it doesn't happen, that my kids did not pick that up, but I'm praying that it's not the case. So anytime I have it, the first question is my child a bully? Thankfully they say no, but someone else's child is bullying mine, and the teacher is saying, leave banana, so children, they no, let's not do that. I'm not going to take my time and try and train my girls to be nice human beings, for lack of better words, to be considerate, right? Only for you to bring your ill-mannered child and come and tell me that so children were not born bullies. Okay, so treat that at home, because if your pikin hand touch my pikin, we go treat him on. If you not treat her for house, we go treat her for school. Okay, that's one. And then the other part is health. Parents, when your kids are sick, learn to keep them, isolate them from other kids and treat them. It no go kill you. In fact, this one is parents in schools, because there are some parents who be like, oh, I no get who go stay for them. Schools, what happened to your sick bays? Isolate these kids, for crying out loud. So my kids are sick, I keep them at home, treat them so that they don't infect other people or other people's children. And then I do all of this only for them to go. And you know, children are innocently very generous. They share everything. They share food, they share disease, they share germs, everything. Okay, so if the adults are putting in the proper measures, then the kids can be safe, even from themselves. And so you bring your sick children to school, no nose masks, no nothing, you don't cover them. And then some of the other parents who are doing their best will still be suffering for the negligence of one parent. I don't treat lice, tire, for my pikin hair, because person pikin carry and come class. Like, you notice it, you treat it, you make sure that it doesn't spread. I dey treat wetin I know, like, that is one. Proud to they are going to this school. My first girl, my 10-year-old, had been sick only twice in 9 years. This school, 2 terms alone, she don sick past 7 times. E no reach 1 year. And of course, we know what is going on, right? Let's not even talk about the teaching part, where I said I will make another video for that. Let me leave it. Let me allow them to just think that I am not angry at them. But parents, holiday they come, like come September, make use this break, train your own selves, train your mindset. Because when you don't expose your kids to the proper education, you don't hold schools responsible, you as parents, you are not responsible. You throw them in there thinking, oh, you're having time, or you're making time for yourself to go and look for money. You will find that money by your future. last, they will not learn anything. They will not associate with the right people. They will not do what they need to do and prepare themselves for adulthood. Your old age, you would still be taking care of these same children today. If you are not taking care of them, they will not be able to take care of themselves, or even you. And so you go suffer till you die, because you know lay your bed well now. Wouldn't it be better that you give your children the best? By best, I mean schools that are teaching, that are exposing children to opportunities, that are molding them, and parents that are responsible for or playing their own part. And these kids learn, grow, become better people, and can fend for themselves. Even if they don't give you as parents, they do all right. You get? I think so. I see mothers who would invest more in skincare than their children's education. With age, your skin no go care, because by that time you will be crying because they see my mates after waiting I do, I send the pikin go to school, I do like this, see them now. You are part of the reason why they are that way. You would agree with me, say if your parents will do wetin they supposed to do for you, you get where your life for day now, and you are making the same mistakes. You are doubling your hustle, but you are leaving the actual foundation, right? I see mothers who say, oh, I don't get time to cook for my children for morning, so they dress them up, go mama put, go buy food, carry give children, go school. You may not have time to cook, but you go get time go hospital. You go get time when they sick. Like, for crying out loud, these kids, we can't force them into adulthood. We have to actually groom them to get there. Okay, if you know go take care of your own, if you know want to do for your own, just try, think of your old age, and then pity other people where they try do. Because in that mingling, we are forced to mingle with, whether you do yours or you don't, we are forced to join it together. Okay, so this holiday, parents, choose better schools for their children. Hold schools accountable. If they no wan teach, comot them for that school. And if they dey teach, make sure say wetin they take buy on their mind na wetin dem dey offer. Because tomorrow e go clear for your eye. By that time, you'll be looking for which village people will hold your children. Nobody do them. The last thing I want to talk about today and be about my way is grooming. My 8-year-old is so self-conscious about smell. Like, and they laugh them. If they come out from school, they smell sweat, they near me. I would do, intentional, make their mind day. See, as a human being, you not supposed they smell. Like, you know be dirty, you know be dustbin, you not supposed they smell. The number of times I would pass students, young people, and I would struggle for breath, their armpits. Sometimes I'd be like, their mama know they. And I don't want to talk about the number of times I actually passed their mothers. Let's not even throw jabs like that. Okay, we are trying to be nice people today. But parents, for crying out loud, teach your children, boys, girls, proper grooming now. Start small, lemon, deodorant. Not be olden days, mama, them train us. Like, I mean, in a time when it is so affordable, there are several things you can do to teach them. Start now to teach them, so that they know what they smell for old age, right? And then schools that accept it, come on, that teachers, you will stay in the presence of kids who are smelling and you know go talk. Then they go see my children, then they They go dey glorify, I like, they smell nice, it smell nice is not supposed to be part of, e no suppose dey person CV. Like, we are all not supposed to. Parents, do better o, do better o. Make we no come dey buy friendship from outside country. Do better.